Just imagine for a second. It's 2012, it's summer, no school, so you decide to go out with your girlfriend. Oh wait, you are maidenless. What a shame. What a shame. So you hop on the computer and watch an anime about a guy dating a ghost girl, so you can self-insert and at least feel like a girl is interested in you. So congratulations to you for avoiding the fundamental human need of socializing and instead spending your time gooning over 2D fictional girls. What's worse is this one's actually 15. But actually in the anime she died 50 years ago, so that technically means she's 68, so it's legal. Yeah, sure dude, I'm not sure that makes it any better. This doesn't exactly look like a granny to me, so yeah. And although I did decide to start the video with this little anecdotal critique, but I can appreciate people watching a good anime. And that is why today I am talking about a mystery / romance / horror anime called Dusk, Maiden of Amnesia. So please like and subscribe, I appreciate that very much. And without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So what's this anime even about? Well, our main character Teichi can see a ghost of a high school girl called Yuko, and as anyone would do when seeing a ghost, Teichi also starts courting her. Courting in the 2000s anime style, meaning she did most of the work, a beautiful and romantic story indeed. But there is more happening besides the romance. The thing is, Yuko mysteriously died 50 years ago with her body, or I guess bones, still below the old school building. So now it's Teichi's job to figure out why she died, as an attempt to make Yuko's ghost able to depart to the afterlife. This proves to be a lot more difficult than it would seem on the first glance, not just because Yuko remembers absolutely nothing, but also because there's a few people standing in the way. Thanks to which, quite a few interesting things happen. We see a cult-like mob trying to sacrifice a girl to a non-existent entity just because a girl of the same name as Yuko had a difficult time at school precisely because of her name and its infamy in the school. Or right at the start, one of our main characters, Kirie, gets introduced in this way as she thought Yuko to be an evil spirit trying to possess Teichi. And thanks to the fact that Yuko's appearance can be heavily altered by the way she's perceived, that nearly became the case. But wouldn't that be interesting? You know, something like, "Hey Teichi, wanna go out? I'm the hot ghost chick and my real body definitely isn't hidden in that closet." "Oh yeah, sure. You're cute, so..." I mean, what? No, wait. What do you mean a body? Well... Dude, get the fuck away from that rotting dry dirt looking ghost monster. What? Run! Anime ends in 3 episodes, everyone's happy. But you know, power of friendship has to turn up, make up for every plot hole that happens in this anime. That's the only reason why we have a whole season of this. Which I wouldn't necessarily say is a bad thing, it would just be much more amusing if it ended in that way. What might actually be a not so good of a thing is that everywhere I look, Dusk, Maiden of Amnesia is listed as a horror, mystery, romance anime. Horror? Really? Now I get scared easily. I avoid horror movies like the plague. This isn't horror. Yeah, the imagery, the setting, they might have been terrifying if utilized in a different way, but you can't expect me to be scared after an anime spends 10 minutes being full of fan service. And the romance isn't much better, as it's basically just Yuko being overly affectionate to Teichi and him just being embarrassed. On top of that, all the cliches. Teichi shows any amount of affection and Yuko, like it's totally natural, falls in love. Then it's basically just Teichi trying to help her. So not a great romance, although it isn't the anime's main thing, so maybe it can be overlooked. Now the mystery. Dusk, Maiden of Amnesia does sound pretty mysterious if you ask me. In short, the mystery is decent. Nothing difficult to figure out. Now to not upset people, I am putting a spoiler warning here, even though this is an anime that's been out since 2012. As I've mentioned before, the mystery is that Yuko died and doesn't know how. Turns out she does know. Or I guess did know. What she does is she splits her personality in 2, making only one remember the cause of death. And apparently, when a ghost splits personality, it physically manifests. So Teichi doesn't just have to figure out what happened. He also has to figure out what to do with this other Yuko, which I can't fathom how he did without becoming a psychoanalyst. Which, considering his taste in women, I think would be the easier route to take. Which, for those who didn't get that, that's a mommy issues joke. For more info, search Sigmund Freud, mommy issues. We then get a few episodes long flashback, and in the last episode, everything gets solved. They kiss, Yuko disappears, the end. But for corporate reasons, aka we need to milk this story a bit more, she comes back. Her reason? Apparently that she is such a good kisser. A kisser so good, she'd leave heaven for him. Another thing, as Yuko's disappearing, I guess it's supposed to feel really emotional, but in my opinion, the anime hasn't been able to invoke any significant emotions, even though it seemed it had the intention to. This is the case not just at the end, but also throughout the whole season. There is a part where Teichi can't see her, another one when she forgets him, and so on and so forth, but it's not there. It's like the anime wants you to feel the more dramatic parts, but that's quite difficult if besides those moments there isn't much stakes in anything else these characters do. Overall, I'd say it's a good anime, it just doesn't achieve many of the things it might have wanted to. If you go in with the expectation of watching a good mystery horror, you'll probably be disappointed. But if you want a pretty goofy, sometimes over-the-top supernatural romance, you'll have a great time. On top of that, the visuals are truly stunning. Rich colors, the combination of red and black, and the use of light, especially in the backgrounds, is really impressive. The characters look nice too. Yeah, so check it out if you're interested. If you've already seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and bye.